So today we're solving with variables on both sides again, but this is part 2 because you're going to see 2 new things that you haven't seen yet. Okay? They're not difficult. There's just a different way to write something. So you're going to see 2 different things. But first, let's review what we talked about before. So go ahead and write this problem down. 7x plus 13 equals 3x minus 3. And go ahead and draw your line all the way down. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and remember we need to get my x's together. Remember, it doesn't matter if you move left or if you move right, but math people tend to move left. So the opposite of a positive 3x is negative 3x. Okay? These go away. 7 minus 3 is a positive 4x. Don't forget your x and make sure you're lining them up. Plus 13 equals, now is that a positive 3 or negative 3? In your head should say that's negative 3. So negative 3. Okay? That's the only new step we learned this week. Your x, 4 is your best friend. I'm getting rid of plus 13. The opposite of adding 13 is subtracting 13 on both sides. That goes away. 4x comes down. And negative 3 minus 13, you have this. Negative 3 minus 13 is negative 16. So negative 16. Okay? Side by side means multiplied. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. You draw your line. X equals negative 16 divided by 4. So in your calculator, see, I messed up too. Negative 16 divided by 4 is a negative 4. Okay? That's what we did last class. Pretty simple. Well, not simple, but I mean, it looks difficult, but we got it. One more like this. This video is going to be kind of short, but I want to just show you. So we draw our line down here. I'm going to go ahead and go from left to right just to show you. So I need to get my p's together. I'm going to bring this one over here because I can. The opposite of a positive 8p is negative 8p on both sides. Okay? This goes away. I'm left with negative 9. Don't lose your negative, which equals 9 minus 8 is a positive 1p. And then plus 5 just comes down here. I'm p. 1's my best friend. I'm getting rid of plus 5. The opposite of adding 5 is subtracting 5. Okay? These go away. Negative 9 minus 5. I'm going to go here because I want to make sure you're not messing up. Negative 9 minus 5 is negative 14. So negative 14 equals 1p. Now if this is a positive one, this is actually just the answer. I'll show you why, but a lot of y'all are dividing by it, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by a positive 1. P comes down. Negative 14 divided by 1 is just a negative 14. So we're used to that, right? Good. So this is what we learned yesterday and we've been practicing. All right? However, these next 2 examples are going to show you something that's a little different, and I'll show you why. Go ahead and write this down. 3a plus 6 equals 3a plus 1. And we draw our line. Okay? I need to get my a's together, right? So I'm going to go ahead and move that over there. What is the opposite of a positive 3a is negative 3a. And I line it up, right? This goes away. But 3 minus 3 is just 0, right? 0a. So this also goes away. This is what's weird about this. This also goes away because 3 minus 3 is just 0. So I'm left with a 6 equals a plus 1, a positive 1. I know it's weird, but basically when I subtracted 3a, both of them went away. They're gone. And I'm left with 6 equals 1. Now, is this true? You're going to say, no, 6 does not, only like 1 equals 1, right? 6 does not equal 1. This is false. Okay, go ahead and write that down. This is false. This is not true. And how we write that as an answer in math is we put no solution. What that means is that this is impossible. There is no number you could put in for a for those 2 equations to be equal. It is impossible. Okay, no solution. Because 6 does not equal 1, it is impossible. Okay? So if at the very end, if it's false, like all the letters are gone and it's false, you write no solution. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put that one to the side. That's a weird one, I know. Let's do this one and you'll see a different example. We go ahead and draw our line. I'm going to get my x's together. I'll go ahead and bring this 3 over here just to show you. The opposite of a negative 3x is a positive 3x on both sides. These cross off, right? 2 comes down. But negative 3 plus 3, if you go on your calculator, is still 0. So they go away. There's 0 x's. Do not write 0x. They just go away. There's nothing there. And then the 2 comes down. Okay? 2 equals 2. Well, is that true or false? And in your hedge state, well, that's true. 2 does equal 2. So this is true. Okay, that is true. And how we write it in math is all real numbers, which you may have seen in algebra. Let me explain what that means as I'm writing it. All real numbers. What that means is that if you put any number in there, it'll be true. Okay, I could put in -5, I could put in 20, I could put in 3072. It doesn't matter, it's true. And the reason why it's true and that it's all real numbers is because negative 3x plus 2 equals negative 3x plus 2. It's the exact same thing, right? So it's true that they're equal and it's all real numbers. So here are your 3 options. Let me show you. Option 1 is you get an answer. P equals something, okay? From our second example. You're going to get a number. Option 2 is that the letters go away and the statement is false and you get no solution. Option 3 is that the letters go away, the statement's true, and you get all real numbers. So you have 3 different options here, okay? Almost always it's going to look like this. Almost always, okay? This is what you're normally going to get like 95% of the time. But sometimes you are going to see this, so I wanted you to be aware, okay? I was going to say if you have any questions, ask me, but I'm not here today. So just do the best you can, and then we'll talk about it when I get back.